Today, Neymar will be teaming up with Pele and many more legends for Brazil. Messi and Maradona will lead the way for Argentina, while Cristiano Ronaldo plays alongside Eusebio for another chance at winning the one trophy that is missing from his career. And that is because every country will have its all-time teams and compete in one World Cup tournament to decide which nation is truly the greatest. And after simulating the group stage games, we can already see that having the greatest players doesn't guarantee an easy tournament, because in Group A, a French team that features Mbappe, Zidane and Henry were only able to win 1 game out of the 3, but they were still able to finish top of the group, beating out a very stacked England side only on goal difference, with Colombia qualifying as one of the best third place teams. Brazil had no such problems in Group B as they won all 3 of their matches and topped the group with 9 points, while Cameroon joined them into the knockouts. Spain were just as dominant in Group C, finishing with a perfect record, and Ivory Coast surprisingly took second place, while Germany lost 2 games but were still able to make it through as one of the best third place teams. But the biggest shock will come in Group D, as Greece won all 3 of the matches to finish above Lionel Messi and Diego Maradona's Argentina, and although Argentina are through to the round of 16, they will now have to face a much tougher opponent. Italy just about beat Mexico to the top of Group E, with both nations finishing unbeaten on 7 points, and Czechia also did just enough to qualify in third. And finally, in Group F, the Netherlands did just enough to finish ahead of Cristiano Ronaldo's Portugal, who also made it through to the knockout rounds, while Belgium's 3 points were enough to claim the final third place qualification spot. So these are the ties that we have for the round of 16, and I can already see some absolutely crazy games, especially Argentina versus Brazil. But before we get to that game though, we have to kick things off, as one of the favorites of the competition, France, are going to be facing a very decent looking Ivory Coast side, and the winner of this game books a place in the quarterfinal. And just 10 minutes into the game, France will show the world their quality. Mbappe. Oh my god, Henry! That is actually an incredible way to start this game. Henry with the goal, and already Ivory Coast look like they are in trouble. And that would continue as France would go on to add another goal right before half time, and in the second half we would keep on seeing France's scary attack. Great interception, Mbappe, Henry, back to Mbappe, and that is 3-0. Yo, this is actually too easy. We all know that World Cup Mbappe is probably the greatest player of all time, and now that he has all-time teammates, this French team is going to be a problem throughout this tournament. And with Henry finishing things off by getting France yet another goal, they will be the first country to make it through to the quarterfinals. But to find out who they're going to be playing in the next round, we have one of the biggest rivalries ever in football history, as Brazil are going to be facing Argentina, and that means we're going to see the likes of Neymar, Pele, R9, Ronaldinho go up against Argentina's attack that has Lionel Messi, Di Stefano, and of course Diego Maradona. Okay, it looks like Brazil will be the first team to attack in this game. It's R9, he plays it out wide to Ronaldinho. Back to R9, Pele's open. Oh my god, Pele, come on, shoot! Pele, what a save! Oh my goodness, that is a crazy save to keep the scores 0-0. But that wouldn't last for too long, with Argentina creating pressure. Oh my, that was a terrible giveaway by Brazil, and now Maradona has the ball. Maradona, oh my god, what a pass! And that is 1-0 to Argentina. Bochini with the goal, Diego Maradona with the assist, and Brazil have a lot of work to do in this game. Argentina will surprisingly do a good job of keeping Brazil's attack quiet throughout the first half, as we went into halftime with the game being 1-0, but the Brazilians knew that they needed to do better in the second. Jarzinho over to Pele. Oh my god, this is good play, Pele! Yo, what a goal by Brazil! This is what I'm talking about, man. These guys have enough quality to win this whole tournament, and they have been able to get an equalizer. I am looking forward to the rest of the second half. And just like that, all the momentum will now be in favor of Brazil. Oh wow, Pele over to R9, Ronaldo, oh, Ronaldinho! Yo, that is incredible. Now, the attack of Brazil are just too strong. I don't even know if Argentina can do anything, even though they have Messi and Maradona, but there is still a lot of time left in this game and anything can happen. But so far, Brazil have done a very good job of defending against Argentina, and time is running out quickly in this game. Yo, I'm not gonna lie, we haven't seen anything from Messi in this game, but we need Argentina to score a goal if we want to go into extra time. Come on, do something, bro. Messi. Oh, Di Stefano. Oh, yo, That was the chance right there for Argentina. But unfortunately for them, that would be the final chance of this game, which means that Brazil are going through to the quarterfinals and Lionel Messi's Argentina have been knocked out of the competition. In our next round of 16 tie though, we have a very strong looking Spain side who are going to be facing Mexico, and I am not gonna lie, the first half of this game wasn't the best as Spain scored a goal but it was offside, and it wouldn't be until the second half that we will see some action. Come on, that's an easy pass, Iniesta, and now Raul, this time he is onside, and there we go, 1-0 to Spain. Oh my days, I cannot believe how long it took them to actually score. And that goal by Raul will be more than enough to send Spain through to the quarterfinals of the World Cup. And to find out who they are going to be facing next, we have Cristiano Ronaldo's Portugal, who are going to be facing Greece. And remember, in the 2004 Euro final, it didn't end so good for Portugal. Okay, it's going to be very interesting to see how Portugal play in this tournament because they have some really good players, and one of them is Cristiano Ronaldo, and that is a great save to stop Ronaldo from scoring. And not too long after, he was on the end of another chance. Oh, Ronaldo again. Oh my days, another save by the keeper. But Greece cannot keep on making the mistake of letting Portugal to attack. Here come Portugal once again. Ronaldo, that's a great ball over to Eusebio, and that is the first goal for Portugal in the round of 16 tie. What an attack, the goal was always going to come, and let's see if Greece can do anything to respond. Well, Greece had absolutely no answer to Portugal's attack as Ronaldo kept on getting chances but just couldn't find the back of the net, and the score will end 1-0 to Portugal. The next round of 16 tie does feature teams that are filled with legends, as Prime Italy are going to be facing Prime Colombia, and Italy will have a wonderful start to this game as Del Piero gave them the lead in the first half, and in the second he will go on to add another. Del Piero again, oh my days, this guy is cooking. But Colombia will have very different ideas. Oh, that's good. Oh my days, Buffon, but he can't keep out the second opportunity, and it is 2-1 with 20 minutes left in this game. But with Colombia searching for an equalizer, they made a big mistake of leaving the defense open. Colombia for some reason don't have that many players back in defense, and now the ball falls to Del Piero. Oh my goodness, another goal, a hat-trick for him in this game. This guy is actually incredible. And the game will end 3-1 in favor to Italy, which means they are the latest team to make it through to the quarterfinals. But to find out the next team that are going through, we have yet another absolutely massive game as Prime Netherlands are going to be facing Prime Germany. Before we get into that game though, I want to thank today's sponsor, Coopert. If you're anything like me, then you have probably bought something online and then immediately thought to yourself, I probably could have got that for cheaper, and that is exactly what Cooper is for. It's a free browser extension that helps you save money every time you shop online in 3 very simple ways. First, when you get to the checkout page, Cooper automatically tests every available coupon code and applies the one that saves you the most, so you don't have to go searching for codes by yourself, and if they somehow miss a valid one, then you are backed by their max savings guarantee, meaning you could even receive a cash reward. Second, Cooper gives you cashbacks at thousands of stores online, and unlike some other cashback platforms that could take over a month to pay you, Cooper could process your reward in as little as 3 to 15 days. And third, before you buy anything, Cooper compares prices across many different retailers, so if the exact same product is cheaper somewhere else, then it will let you know before you spend your money. It works across all the major browsers like Chrome, Safari, Edge, and many more, and they have already helped over 9 million users save an average of $600 a year, so if you shop online regularly, then it's definitely worth checking out. Make sure you click the link in the video description to download Cooper for free, and a big thank you again to them for sponsoring today's video. And in this game, it didn't take long for us to see a goal. Thomas Muller twisting and turning, and he plays the ball in. Oh, what a header! But we cannot forget that Netherlands have some of the best players of all time. Oh, great interception, and now it's Cruyff with the ball. Oh, that's a great ball, and Van Basten! Oh, straight away Netherlands respond by getting themselves a goal. I already knew this game was going to have some insane action, and with the amount of talent that both sides have, this is going to be cinema. But after 90 minutes of football, none of these two sides were able to get a goal, and even in extra time, the same thing will happen again, which means that to find out the team that is going through to the quarterfinals, these two sides will have to face off on penalties. Okay, here we go. Coleman is going to take the first penalty. In real life, he was always good at pens, and he buries that one. 1-0 to Netherlands. But now it's Germany's turn to take a penalty. Come on. Ooh, Van der Sar almost got to that. But now Dennis Bergkamp. and he scores his penalty. That is now 2-1. Germany need to score this to level the score, and come on, down the middle. Okay, it is now Robin to take the penalty off the post. That is actually crazy, and Germany have the chance to take the lead right here with this penalty. Come on, Van der Sar. He doesn't get to that. He doesn't get the right way. Okay, this is a Moscow penalty for Netherlands. Another post. What the hell is going on? I cannot believe my eyes, because right here, if Germany score this, they are through to the quarterfinals. Come on, can Van der Sar make a save? Yes, he can, and he keeps Netherlands' dreams alive. But Van Nistelrooy scoring his penalty is just as important, and here he goes. Oh, yo, he just skied it. That is actually crazy. What a dramatic penalty shootout, and Germany are the team that are going through to the quarterfinals. And now we have 2 games left in the round of 16 of the World Cup, with the first one being England, who are going to be facing up against Czechia. And let's just say that this game didn't start how anyone expected. Oh my god, that is good play, and England are behind early into the game. I definitely did not expect that, and England need to lock in if they want to win this game. What the heck? Well, they definitely weren't locked in, because they almost allowed Czechia to score yet another goal, and even when England created chances, they weren't able to finish it, and a big improvement is needed in the second half. Alright, the second half has to be a lot better from England, and here is Barnes with the ball. We need them to... Okay, let's just knock England out of this competition already, bro. What was that? Well, thankfully they finally started to create chances, but Czechia were also looking very dangerous at the other end. Oh, that's a great ball. Oh, that's an incredible save. And with time running out very quickly, can England find themselves an equalizer? Out wide to Barnes. Come on, something's needed now. The ball's played in, it falls to Lineker. Oh, he scores! Let's go! That is actually insane. I don't know why England played so badly throughout this game, but they finally get themselves an equalizer, and right now it looks like the game is going into extra time. And that is exactly what will happen, and even in extra time, neither of these two sides were able to get themselves a winning goal, which means we have ourselves yet another penalty shootout. Alright, here we go. Matthews is going to be the one to take the first penalty for England. He is doing the slow run up. Come on, he better score this. Come on. Yes, that is bottom corner. Let's go. And now it's Panenka to take the penalty. Come on, he has to do, it's literally named after him, and he plays it down the middle. That was not a Panenka though. But now it's Frank Lampard for England again. Come on to make it 2-1. Oh, he just plays that wide. That is crazy. And now Czech have a chance to take the lead in this penalty shootout, but that is an incredible save by Banks. Gary Lineker, the goal scorer for England, to take the penalty. Come on, surely not another miss, and he missed it. Oh my goodness, what's going on? Can Banks pull up another save to save this team? No, he can't. That is a great penalty. And now it's Steven Gerrard. This is a Moscow pen. Can he score it? And he places it top bins. That's what we need. Nedved is up next. And where is he going to go? He places it down the middle. That means if Bobby Charlton doesn't score this penalty, England are going to lose this game. And that will probably be the biggest upset so far in this video. And it's Bobby Charlton up against Peter Cech. And Charlton places it in. Let's go. There is still hope, but that all depends on the keeper, of course. And now let's see what's gonna happen. Oh my god, England are out. England are knocked out in the round of 16, and Czech are the team to go through to the quarterfinals. Unbelievable stuff. And to find out who Czechia are going to be playing in the quarterfinals, we have Cameroon, who are going to be facing Belgium. And let's just say this is another game that didn't start the way anyone expected. Oh, Cameroon have a good attack right here. Come on. Oh, ho, ho, ho. What a goal, and what a start to this game by Cameroon. Absolutely no one expected this. Belgium are by far the favorites, but we all know anything can happen at the World Cup. But we will see Belgium respond very differently to how England did, because they just kept on creating chance after chance, and it just felt like the goal was coming soon. Oh, that is a crazy place to give away the ball. And here comes Belgium. Lukaku. Oh my days, how has it missed that? Yo, a keeper's taking a corner. What is even going on in this game? And even though the corner amounted to nothing, Belgium just kept on searching for the equalizer. Oh, that's a good ball. Ho ho, what a header. That is a crazy header to make it 1-1 in this game. And I just have to say that this goal was definitely deserved. So going into halftime, the score between these two sides will remain level and some changes were needed to hopefully bring some spark into the game. And here come Netherlands attacking down the right hand side. That is a good cross and that is an even better header. And that will also be the deciding goal in our final round of 16 game as Belgium have made it through to the quarterfinals. Looking at the results from the round of 16, the biggest shock was definitely England losing to Czechia. I did not expect that to happen, but now we have 8 teams left in this competition and we have some very big games in the quarterfinals, starting off with yet another difficult tie for the side that has the most World Cups in history, Brazil, who are going to be facing 2-time world champions France. Okay, here come France with the attack. It's Kylian Mbappe. He plays over to Platini, over to Henry. Oh, what a strike! 5 minutes into this game and Henry has been able to find the back of the net. What an incredible start by France. But remember, in the last game, Argentina scored first and Brazil still found their way back, so France need to be careful. And that was only the beginning of the action. Dino plays over to Neymar. Neymar finds Pele. Oh, Arna is making a run. Where's Pele? Oh, that's a great pass. Ronaldo! I already knew that there were going to be many goals and Pele with an incredible assist over to R9. This Brazil attack is just ridiculous. And Brazil were looking very hungry to increase their lead. Oh, Ronaldo. The amount of space and now it's Pele. Oh, he's offside. Oh, that is so unlucky, man. Brazil though, these guys are looking mad dangerous. But we could say the exact same about France because they created some very good opportunities and Brazil were lucky to go into the break with the score still being 1-1 and the second half will continue exactly where it left off. Oh, Ronaldinho! Oh, come on, that's a good save by Lloris. Here comes Ronaldo, he plays over to Pele, back to Ronaldo. Out wide to Jarzinho, and now Ronaldo again, and he plays over to Pele, and that is 2-1. This time he's onside, and that is 2-1 to Brazil. Yo, once again, I have to say it, this Brazil attack is just unstoppable, and there was literally nothing that France could do in that position. And with time running out in this game, France were desperate to get themselves an equalizer. Zidane is gonna cross it in. That's not a bad cross, Henry! Mbappe! No way! Yo, what a goal by Mbappe. It is now 2-2 in this game. And that right there is another twist in the story. Oh my days. And there was enough time for even more drama. Oh my god, France with possession now. Can they get themselves the winning goal? It's played over to Mbappe. He finds Zidane. Oh, that was a terrible shot by Zidane. Oh my god, it looks like it's going into extra time. And it is. Wow. So after an action-packed 90 minutes of football, neither of these two sides were able to be separated, and the same exact thing will happen again in extra time, which means that in order to decide which one of these two sides, Brazil or France, are going to the semi-final, they have to battle it out on penalties. Okay, here we go. I am actually so excited for the shootout, and Ribéry is going to take the first penalty for France, and he plays it bottom corner. And now it's Pele, the guy who scored the second goal for Brazil, only the greatest World Cup player of all time, but he misses his penalty. Oh my goodness, Kylian Mbappe is up next. He scored the goal to equalize, but can Mbappe score his penalty? What is going on? Brazil are up next. Come on, this has to be a goal. And it is played straight down the middle, 1-1. Okay, Papin up next to take the penalty for France. Can he score his penalty straight down the middle? And now it's R9, Ronaldo, one of the greatest players of all time. Come on. Yo, there are too many misses going on. I can't even comprehend what's going on right now. And France again with the penalty. It is now 3-1. Brazil, they have to score this or they are out of the World Cup. They're actually the favorites to win this whole thing. Oh my god, this is a massive penalty right here. Is it going to be Hugo Lloris to save it? Or can he score it? And he just goes ahead and misses. Oh my days, that has to be one of the worst penalty shootouts I have ever seen because everyone just kept on missing, but France are the team to go through to the semi-final. And straight away, that game is going to be followed up by Portugal, who are going to be facing Spain, and of course we saw what happened in real life, but how different is it going to be now that we have all-time teams? Okay, and it looks like Portugal will have the first attack of the game. It's Luis Figo with the ball. He crosses it into Ronaldo. Oh, that's a great save by Casillas. That would have been a perfect start for Portugal. And not too long after, it will be Spain's turn to attack.
Raul, oh my god, look at the amount of space in the middle. Can he find someone though? Portugal are so open right now. I don't know what's going on. Butragueño! And he plays it wide. End-to-end action in this game. That is what we like to see though.
And the more the game went on, chances kept on falling to Cristiano Ronaldo, but he just wasn't making the best of them.
Over to Deco, and now it's Cristiano. Come on, Ronaldo! Oh, that is over the bar. Ronaldo is cursed in this tournament, man. He cannot score.
And missing those opportunities will come back to haunt Portugal.
Butragueño, Iniesta, and that is now 1-0 to Spain against Portugal. Ronaldo has had a lot of chances. He hasn't taken any of them. And of course, Portugal get punished.
And not only did Portugal go into halftime or go down to Spain, but they also had the worst possible start to the second half.
And here comes Spain again with the attack. Oh my god, why is there so much space? And Butragueño with the goal to make it 2-0 to Spain. Yo, we saw Portugal lose to Spain not too long ago in real life, and it looks like the same thing is gonna happen in this game.
And no matter what Cristiano Ronaldo did for his team, things were just not going his way.
Alright, if Portugal want to have a chance of getting into the next round, they need to give the ball to Cristiano Ronaldo. And here he is right now. Ronaldo, just shoot the ball. Oh my god, this guy is actually selling. And Spain again are looking very dangerous. Oh my god, what's going on with the Portugal defense? Butragueño again with a goal. And that is 3-0. There is no sort of comeback happening. It's over.
And that is exactly what will happen, as Portugal will go on to lose this game 3-0 to Spain, meaning that yet again Cristiano Ronaldo cannot get his hands on the World Cup trophy. So with Spain making it through, to find out the next team that will be going to the World Cup semi-finals, we have Italy, who are going to be facing Germany, and this would actually be a very boring game because both sides were just defending and no chances were created until the 40th minute of the game.
Okay, and here's Totti with the ball, trying to create something for Italy. Pirlo plays over to Del Piero. Oh, that's a great finish. That is a great finish to make it 1-0 in the quarterfinal against Germany. This game has been so boring, but one chance is all that's needed to open the score in this game.
And somehow the second half of this game was even more boring, as Italy just kept all the possession, and that was enough to take them through to the World Cup semi-final.
Okay, that might actually be one of the worst games of football that I have ever seen. I cannot believe that teams like Brazil got knocked out and now we have to watch this.
Anyways, to find out who Italy will be facing in the semis, we have Belgium, who are going to be facing Czechia, and it's fair to say that Belgium had the better start to this game.
Alright, here come Belgium on the attack. Eden Hazard, over to Lukaku. Lukaku finds Brian, come on! Oh, that's a great save by Peter Cech, and the header is also caught by the keeper. Great saves.
But at the other end, Czechia will continue to impress against all the odds.
Oh, come on. Oh, that is great play from Czechia. Can they get themselves the opening goal? And yes, they do. It is Nedved with the goal. Somehow Czechia keep on surprising the bigger countries, and they could cause yet another upset in this tournament.
And honestly, just looking at how this team is playing, they have the confidence that they can beat absolutely anyone.
And now Czechia have a lot of possession. It is Nedved with the cross. Oh my god. Yo, that is a crazy header. And that is 2-0 to Czechia right before half time. Yo, this is what we actually call dark horses, because I did not expect them to be winning against Belgium.
And Nedved's two incredible goal contributions would prove to be very important for his country, because Belgium weren't able to respond in the second half, and they have now been knocked out of the tournament.
Okay, and now Czechia are through to the semi-finals of the World Cup. I honestly didn't expect them to make it this far in the competition, but now only 4 teams remain in the tournament and only one country could come out with the trophy.
So far, we have seen so many big countries and big names get knocked out of this tournament, and that number is only going to go up in the semi-finals, as for our first game, we are going to have Prime France face up against Prime Spain.
Iniesta with the ball now. He plays over to Raul. Raul back to Iniesta, back to Raul again. Oh my god, look at this play from Spain. Iniesta. Oh, that is a top bins finish from Iniesta to make it 1-0 to Spain. They continue to be a very dominating team in this tournament, and it's going to be interesting to see how France respond.
Well, for most of the first half, Spain were the team that were dominating, but we were still able to see some quality from France.
Oh, that's a good ball over to Henry. What can he do? Oh, still Henry. That is an incredible save by Casillas. Oh my days.
But a lot more quality is definitely needed in the second half if France want to turn things around.
Alright, it is very important that France have a strong start to the second half. Mbappe finds Zidane out wide. Zidane to make it 1-1. Oh, nah, this guy Casillas, man, he might actually be the goalkeeper of the tournament.
but France's performance in this half has definitely improved from the first.
Perez still with the ball. Oh, he finds Henry, and that is now 1-1. Let's go. What a goal by Henry to equalize the score in the semi-final. And throughout this tournament, this guy has been absolutely insane.
That goal right there would just open up the game, as both sides will have some really good goal scoring chances.
Henry plays out wide. Mbappe is in the middle. Ribéry, come on. He takes the shot by himself. Another incredible save by Casillas, and they get the ball clear.
But neither team was able to get themselves a winning goal after 90 minutes, and in extra time it wouldn't be until the second half of it that we will see another chance.
Oh, that's a good ball over to Torres. Oh my goodness. In the second half of extra time, Torres gets a very important goal to put Spain in front, and there isn't much time left for France if they want to make it through to the final.
Unfortunately for the French, the late goal by Spain will be enough to knock them out of the World Cup.
Oh my goodness, that is what we call a late upset, and France are out of the World Cup. I actually backed them to win the whole tournament, but Spain are the team to go through to the final.
But to find out who Spain will be facing in the final, we have a very interesting game, as Italy are going to be facing probably the most surprising team throughout this tournament in Czechia. And we will have to wait until the 15th minute to see the first chance in this game.
Baggio? He plays out wide. Oh, that's a lot of space for Zola. Oh, Petr Cech with the save. That is an incredible miss right there.
And this game will actually be a bit more defensive, but Czechia was still reminding Italy that they are dangerous.
Oh, that's a great ball out wide. Czechia with the opportunity. Oh, that is just wide. Oh my god, these guys are actually insane.
But this wasn't a half with too many chances. In the second half though, Czechia looked more likely to score.
Come on, we need to see more action in this game. And now here's Czech Republic again. Oh, this is a good chance. And that is just inches wide of the post.
Again though, this second half was very difficult for any of the team stars to shine, and it wasn't until the final few minutes of this game that Italy will have a big chance.
I am not gonna lie, this is the most penalty shootout looking game that I have ever seen, unless something changes in the final few minutes of this game. And here's Italy on the attack. Come on, what can they create for the team? Oh, that's a good ball over to Baggio. Let's go, finally. Oh my goodness, the Czech Republic fans got to be heartbroken, because it is now 1-0 to Italy, and finally there is a goal in this game.
Unfortunately, that goal will put an end to Czechia's legendary run in this competition.
For those that were wondering, France were able to win the third place playoff,
but now the stage is all set for the all-time World Cup final, where we have a Spanish side that has some of the greatest players of all time, and you can say the exact same about Italy. So it's going to be interesting to see which one of these two countries comes out on top and gets their hand on the World Cup trophy. And while Italy were the side to have the first shot in this final, it wouldn't take long for us to see just how good Spain are.
Iniesta plays out wide. Oh, that's a great ball over to Raul. Come on, shoot the ball. And that is 1-0 to Spain. Let's go. What a start to the World Cup final. Raul has been absolutely incredible for his country, and on the biggest stage, he gets himself a goal.
And now with Spain taking the lead in this final, Italy will try to equalize straight away.
But now how can Italy respond? That's a good ball. Oh, Casillas again with the save. How many times have I said that in this video? And now Spain keep on looking for space in this Italy defense. You can just see how many people they got back, and now it's Xavi, Iniesta, Xavi again. Oh, they still have possession though. Xavi with the shot. Oh, that is just wide. Damn, that could have been 2-0.
But going into halftime, Spain still had a very important lead, and Italy knew that they needed to be better in the second.
Alright, can Italy have a good start to the second half of this World Cup final? That's a good ball. Casillas again with the save. Yo, he might actually single-handedly win Spain this competition. This is mad.
And it actually wouldn't have to do much more in this final, because the Spanish defense will remain very strong against Italy and do well enough to defend their 1-goal lead to win themselves the all-time World Cup.
There we go. Spain have been able to defeat Italy in the World Cup final. I'm not gonna lie, fair play to Spain, because they got through some very tough sides. A huge shout out to Shadowboy32 for letting me use his mods. And if you guys have enjoyed this video, you would definitely enjoy this one right here. So make sure you click on it right now and make sure you subscribe.